Do we really know the truth about our history? Or is the world we see just a carefully constructed veil designed to keep us from looking too closely at the gears of power? From secret societies hidden in plain sight to world-altering events that don't quite add up, some theories refuse to die because the official stories leave too many gaps. Today, we aren't just looking at rumors, we are diving into the shadows of the unknown. We're counting down the top 10 conspiracy theories that have defined generations, sparked global debates, and made us all look at the world a little bit differently. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, prepare to question everything. These are the mysteries that shook the world. Let's get into it. At number 10, we head to the Mile High City to look at the Denver International Airport. On the surface, it's just a massive travel hub, but since it opened in 1995, it has been a magnet for the bizarre. Why did a city that already had a perfectly functional airport spend billions to build a new one that was vastly over budget and delayed by years? Conspiracy theorists claim the answer lies beneath the tarmac. They believe the airport sits atop a massive, high-tech underground bunker system designed to house the global elite, the so-called New World Order, in the event of a global cataclysm or nuclear war. But the theories don't stop with the tunnels. The airport is filled with unsettling art, including a 32-foot-tall blue horse statue with glowing red eyes, nicknamed Blucifer, which actually fell on and killed its creator during construction. Then there are the murals, which some interpret as depicting a future global genocide and a unified world government. Is this just an airport with an incredibly eccentric taste in art, or is it a fortress hiding in plain sight? Moving to number 9, we dive into the world of rock and roll and one of the most famous urban legends in history, the Paul is dead theory. In 1969, a rumor exploded that Paul McCartney had actually died in a car crash back in November 1966 and was quietly replaced by a look-alike named William Campbell to prevent a global mass grief event and keep the Beatles' success rolling. Proponents of this theory spent years scouring album covers and lyrics for clues. They point to the Abbey Road cover, where Paul is the only Beatle walking barefoot and out of step with the others, symbolizing a corpse in some cultures. They look at the Sgt. Pepper cover and see a funeral arrangement. They even claim that if you play songs like Revolution 9 backward, you can hear the phrase, "Turn me on, dead man." Paul McCartney is, of course, very much alive and has joked about the theory for decades, but the level of detail fans found in these clues remains a fascinating study in how we seek patterns in the things we love. At number 8, we step back into the world of literature to ask, who was William Shakespeare? For centuries, skeptics have argued that a man with a modest upbringing and a basic grammar school education from Stratford-upon-Avon could not possibly have possessed the intimate knowledge of royal court life, law, and foreign languages displayed in the world's greatest plays. This is known as the authorship question. Theorists suggest that Shakespeare was merely a pen name for a more educated, high-ranking figure who couldn't be associated with the low-brow world of the theater. Candidates include the philosopher Francis Bacon, the poet Christopher Marlowe, who some say faked his own death, or Edward de Vere, the 17th Earl of Oxford. While mainstream historians insist that the evidence points squarely at the man from Stratford, the idea that a secret genius was pulling the strings behind the scenes continues to haunt the halls of academia. Number 7 is the theory that defined the space age, the moon landing hoax. In July 1969, an estimated 600 million people watched Neil Armstrong take that one giant leap on live television. But as the years passed, a growing number of skeptics began to ask, was it all a Cold War propaganda stunt? The theory suggests that the United States, desperate to beat the Soviet Union but lacking the technology to actually land on the lunar surface, hired filmmaker Stanley Kubrick to stage the entire event in a Hollywood studio. Theorists point to what they call anomalies in the footage, the way the American flag seems to ripple in a vacuum, the lack of stars in the background, and the strange, non-parallel shadows that suggest studio lighting. NASA has spent decades debunking these points, explaining that the flag moved due to momentum and the shadows were caused by the uneven lunar landscape. But the moon truthers remain unconvinced, believing the Apollo missions were the greatest cinematic feat in history. Number 6 takes us into a dark chapter of history that was once dismissed as a wild conspiracy, but was later proven to be terrifyingly real: Project MKUltra. During the height of the Cold War, the CIA became obsessed with the idea that the Soviets had developed mind control techniques. In response, they launched their own top-secret program to develop drugs and procedures for interrogation and brainwashing. From the early 1950s until the 1970s, the agency conducted illegal experiments on human subjects, often without their knowledge or consent. This included the use of high doses of LSD, sensory deprivation, hypnosis, and even psychological torture. The program took place at universities, hospitals, and prisons across North America. When the program was finally exposed in 1975 during the Church Committee hearings, it shocked the world. It serves as a haunting reminder that sometimes the most out-there theories about government overreach are actually based in a dark and hidden reality. At number 5, we address the events of September 11, 2001. While the official narrative states that the attacks were carried out by al-Qaeda terrorists, a massive global movement known as the 9/11 Truthers argues that the full story has been suppressed. The heart of this conspiracy lies in the physics of the building collapses. Many theorists argue that the Twin Towers, and especially World Trade Center Building 7, which was not hit by a plane, fell too quickly and too perfectly, resembling a professional controlled demolition. They point to eyewitness accounts of explosions in the basements and the presence of nanothermite in the dust. Some believe the government allowed the attacks to happen to justify a new era of war in the Middle East, while others go even further. Despite the 9/11 Commission report and scientific studies from NIST, the questions surrounding that day continue to fuel one of the most persistent and divisive debates of the 21st century. Number 4, the Illuminati. This is perhaps the most encompassing conspiracy of them all. The story begins in 1776 with a real secret society in Bavaria, but the modern theory suggests that the group never really went away. Instead, they evolved into a shadowy Elite A cabal that secretly directs the world's most powerful institutions. From the Federal Reserve and World Banks to the United Nations and the media, the Illuminati are said to be orchestrating wars, economic crashes, and political shifts to move the planet toward a single, totalitarian New World Order. Theorists search for their symbols everywhere. The all-seeing eye on the back of the US dollar bill, the pyramids in music videos, and hidden hand signals used by world leaders and celebrities. Is it a global mastermind organization, or just a convenient way for us to explain the chaotic and often unfair nature of global politics? At number 3, we look at a tragedy that broke the heart of the world: the death of Princess Diana in 1997. The official investigation concluded that the car crash in the Alma Tunnel in Paris was a tragic accident caused by a driver who was under the influence and fleeing from aggressive paparazzi. However, many, including the father of Diana's companion, Dodi Fayed, believe something far more sinister occurred. The theory suggests that the British establishment, possibly the secret services or even members of the royal family, orchestrated the crash to prevent Diana from marrying a Muslim man and potentially having a child who would be half-sibling to the future King of England. Theorists point to a mysterious white Fiat Uno that was seen in the tunnel, and a letter Diana reportedly wrote months before her death, expressing fear that someone was planning an accident in her car. Despite multiple high-level inquiries, the shadow of suspicion still lingers over that Parisian tunnel. Number 2 brings us to the desert sands of Nevada and the legends of Area 51. The story of modern UFO lore began in 1947 in Roswell, New Mexico, when a flying disc reportedly crashed on a ranch. While the military claimed it was just a weather balloon, witnesses described metallic debris and small, non-human bodies being whisked away to a secret facility. That facility is widely believed to be Area 51, a highly classified Air Force base that doesn't even appear on most official maps. For decades, theorists have claimed that the government is hiding crashed extraterrestrial craft there, using reverse engineering to develop advanced technology like stealth bombers and fiber optics. In recent years, with the Pentagon's release of UAP footage and whistleblowers coming forward to Congress, the line between conspiracy and reality has become thinner than ever. What is the government truly hiding in the desert? Finally, we reach number 1, the assassination of John F. Kennedy. On November 22, 1963, the world stopped when JFK was shot in Dallas, Texas. The Warren Commission concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone, firing 3 shots from the Texas School Book Depository. But for over 60 years, the American public hasn't bought it. The theories are endless. Was there a second shooter on the grassy knoll? How did one magic bullet cause so many wounds in both the president and Governor Connolly? Was the CIA involved because JFK wanted to dismantle the agency? Did the mafia seek revenge for his brother's crackdown on organized crime? Or was it an inside job involving Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson? With thousands of documents still classified and countless inconsistencies in the ballistic and medical evidence, the JFK assassination remains the ultimate conspiracy. A wound in history that refuses to heal because the truth feels just out of reach. Are these theories the result of our brain's natural desire to find order in chaos? Or are we simply catching glimpses of a truth that is too big to be told? History is written by the winners, but the questions are asked by those who refuse to take the official story at face value. Which of these theories do you find the most compelling, or is there one we missed that you think belongs on this list? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the unknown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a mystery. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep questioning everything. Thanks for watching.